This box contains 2 vintage Omega watches. I am incredibly excited for this. I bought these from Sendico on Mercari, which is like a marketplace for people to sell stuff in Japan. And then Sendico is the website that allows you to buy that stuff. It's very cool. I'll leave a link to their website in the description. Not sponsored. But in here are 2 vintage Omega watches. And I am beyond excited for this. I've gone for one that's really sort of different to anything that I would normally go for, and you're gonna see why in a minute, but I felt like I needed to add something like this into my watch collection, and I'm sure you're all going to agree when you see it, but yeah, this is incredibly exciting for me. So the other thing in here is a Graflex flash, which is a old flash gun that was used on really old cameras from like nearly 100 years ago that were also then used to make Luke Skywalker's lightsaber hilt. And then there's also the little clip here which is going to go on the bottom. This is a replica of the Cobalt flash clip. But yeah, this is the actual flash gun. I feel like we should quickly open this first. So I've done quite a lot of research on these things now, and I discovered that there's actually lots of different types of these flash guns and various different versions of them. I mean, this is a replica one here, but then this is an actual official one, but this is a much older version which says Fulmer Graflex Corp, and then has a patent number, but then the earliest possible version has like Fulmer Graflex, but then no patent number. So there's lots of different versions and whatnot, but yeah, you'll see that eventually once I find a an actual grip, like I want to get a genuine grip now, this will become the lightsaber we all know and love. Wait for it. There we go. Boom. So it's pretty much there as a lightsaber, but I need to source 2 little buttons and whatnot, and I need to find a new clamp, and then this goes on the bottom, and then you have yourself a lightsaber. Wow, that is gorgeous. Holy moly, what a beautiful piece of history. And just think about how old that is. Like nearly 100 years old, became pretty much the most iconic movie prop of all time, besides Olaf's nose from Frozen. But then, the thing we have all been waiting for, the watches. Now, one of these cost £100, the other one cost £450. So big shout out to the Sendico affiliate program for being a thing so that I can buy these things for my channel. Oh my word, look at that. Okay, I'm going to open this one as well, just so that we can build up the suspense. Oh my. Okay, let me zoom the camera in. Well, I don't really know which one to look at first. I think we should go for this one. So this one was the £100 watch. Here we go. Oh my goodness me. Look at that. It's running. It's running. That is absolutely gorgeous. So the reason why I bought these is because I really want to start getting into actual kind of restorations of real watches. I don't feel like I'm going to be good enough yet to do like movement servicing. There's also a lot of tools that are required for that to do it properly, but certainly this could do with a new crystal, possibly a new crown because the gold plating on this one is wearing off. But there's also going to be certain things like potentially a new seal around the back and whatnot. But the main thing for me is going to be a new crystal, because this one is very badly scratched, and it's also got a little chip down there in the corner. But I just thought that a little gold watch would be a lovely thing to add to my collection. It is quite small, I do have to say, like it is quite a small watch, but I'm okay with that. I wear like a Cartier Santos most of the time, and that's also a very small watch. And that doesn't look too bad. I mean, obviously watches nowadays are so much bigger, but I imagine this was probably a gent's watch, but I love the way that it sits so proud on the wrist, and it has that domed plexiglass. That is absolutely gorgeous. Let me zoom the camera in and we can get an even closer look at it. So there we go, you can see it much better there. There is sort of a bit of like damage on the dial, That's probably going to be caused from this little crack, meaning that air and moisture has gotten in. But do you know what? You kind of expect that sort of thing with these watches. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see that, but it's almost like a leopard print, you know, like the spotting, and that's going to be coming from the lacquer. But yeah, you can see the second hand there is moving. And I suppose the important things for me is all of the text that's printed onto the dial I think it's called an applied dial. That's all okay. It is actually a raised Omega logo, which is really nice. And then you've got the 12 o'clock at the top there. The rest of the indices are just straight lines. You've got those iconic pointing sort of arrow hands, also very similar to the hands on the Grand Seiko. Flipping it over, there's nothing on the back, although it does say waterproof, which is quite cool. And also, is this an early Seamaster? Yes, it is. It is. It's an early Seamaster, so that's really cool. I thought I'll get some my calipers here. We can take some little measurements. Let's have a little look. So it's 34 wide with the crown, although the crown is quite chunky. So if I go from without the crown, it's 32 without the crown. So it is a very small watch. Nowadays that would definitely be a lady's watch, but there's no doubt that this was a gent's watch back in the day. But you can wear whatever you want. Who cares? It's 2024. Go wild. Right, let's open the back. Here we go. Oh, that's tight. Is it gonna be? It might actually be like a pop open rather than screw down. That's a shame. I don't think I can open it. I think it's one of those like push down ones, and I'm a little bit apprehensive to pop it open. Let me message my friend who's a watchmaker and see what he says. I'm definitely not able to unscrew that, and I'm a bit worried about doing any sort of damage to it because I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to be careful with that one. This next one's definitely going to be a screw down case back, so we can take a look at that. But yeah, an absolutely beautiful watch, very much like that, and it works so well on the brown leather strap. What do you think of this one? Would you wear it? Would you like it? £100. I think that's a very reasonable price. I don't see myself finding one of these for this price in person in a shop. It's probably going to be £300, £400, so I'm very happy with that. Let's take a look at the next one. So, the next one, another Seamaster. Is the case screw down? I think it is. I definitely think it is. And this one also has a bracelet. I'm really excited to see the quality of this, like the condition of it. This one was more expensive, so this was £450. Oh, David's just gotten back to me. It's a snap-on case back. It's a snap-on case back. Okay, I don't know where all this confidence is coming from. I'm probably going to be extremely humbled in a second, but this is a little penknife which says case on it, and I think this is actually an old like watchmaker's case knife. So here we go. Let's see what happens here. This is terrifying. How on earth do I do this without like chopping my finger off? What in God's name? No chance. I'm not going to risk that. I was scared for the life of my limbs. I'm not going to risk that at all. I need my fingers for things. Yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm just in love with it, but I'm not going to risk opening it. That is mental. Okay, so this one, £450, a lot more weighty. Oh, wow. Sorry, that actually just completely stopped me in my tracks. Look at that watch. Now, either this is in absurdly good condition, or it's been polished a million times. You know, even the plexi on the front, it has like one scratch there, which indicates it's either been polished recently and had that one scratch, or it's just really not being used that much. But everything is in amazing condition. You know, even the bracelet, obviously it's a beads of rice bracelet, so it's bound to have some sort of feeling of stretch. But if I align the links so that it's not folding in on itself, you can see there that is an extremely tight bracelet. It doesn't have lots of wear at all. And even the Amiga kind of horseshoe logo there, that is standing proud. When this gets you know, like sanded on a belt to give it that brush finish, that gets worn down, and as you can see, it's nice and sharp and crisp. Lovely snap there to open it up. You can see all of the Amiga stamped stuff inside there. I genuinely think that that is just an incredibly good condition Amiga. Wow. Wow. It says automatic chronometer officially certified. How does it fit on my wrist? Oh, perfectly. Wow. That is a new favorite. Oh my goodness. Okay, I know that this gold watch is a bit more subjective. That's everyone's cup of tea. Look at it with that beads of rice bracelet. It's like chainmail armor and that beautiful sunburst effect dial in silver. Not a slight bit of damage. Let's take a look inside the movement here. So what we're gonna do is just pop off the bracelet first. And I'm just having a little look. There is actually a few adjustable links on here, which is quite nice, but I think it's only kind of like one loose for me, so I might just move it inwards on the clasp a tad, because there is actually enough room there for an adjustment, as you can see. So let's take a look inside and see what the condition is like. Oh no, am I not gonna be able to get into this one either? Oh no, thankfully we can. Screw down case back, that makes a big difference. You can see the detail and the sharpness of the case back there as well. Again, another indicator, alongside of the fact that it has quite a lot of scuff. So this may well just be a very good condition watch. It might not have been polished a million times. It likely has, you know, over the years, but is it possible that this is fairly unpolished? Yes, I think that's a reasonable thing to guess there. Here we go. Oh, wow. The color of that. And just look at how thin the rotor is to overall make this watch so thin. Oh, you've got to just think the craftsmanship from, what is this, the 1960s perhaps? Wow. The O-ring actually looks fairly new, so I reckon this could have been serviced. Let's have a look on the listing here. So it says, I don't know much about watches. This was manufactured in 1973. Amiga's vintage model, the Seamaster chronometer. The movement is a caliber 1011 automatic. I think the rare value of the watch is high when it has highly visible hands and chronometer markings. There is no noticeable deterioration or damages, but please consider when purchasing this as a unique item. It doesn't seem to say anything about being serviced. Obviously, they've just purchased it. You can see the little balance wheel there just spinning around. Oh, wow. I need to get like a timer graph so that we can see how well these watches are keeping time. But that is just absolutely gorgeous. It looks to be in near perfect condition. Sometimes you see little bits of rust and oxidation on these parts, but obviously this case back and the seal has done its job. Well, I have to say, that has been one of my favorite little parcel openings in a long time. I hope you have enjoyed this little experience. Check out Sendico. This video is obviously not sponsored, but I do have an affiliate program with them, as anybody can. It's not like a private access thing. And see what little bargains you can find. But that is absolutely gorgeous. The second hand seems very happy. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do I need to take these both apart and service them? I likely do. Stainless steel, and then some sort of a model number, potentially for the bracelet. Wow. Wow, look at that. It's got a quick set which goes both ways on the crown. It's actually the 27th. And the time is 11:15. So if you pull it out one more, it's got hacking. Wow. One final thing, the size of this watch with the crown is 37.6. So there we go, 37 roughly millimeters, and then the 32. So I have thoroughly enjoyed this video. I'm a little bit speechless. It's just so beautiful, and seriously a watch that I will absolutely be wearing, both of them. I feel like this little one is just gonna benefit so much from having a new crystal and a new leather strap, and also a complete service. And once it's had all of that, it's gonna be this reliable little characterful gold watch. It's gold plated obviously, but yeah, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I am just in love. Absolutely in love. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.